Welcome back to a new video. Eddie here from Tyneside Life. For those of you who follow my channel, you will know that I love on match days going around talking to fans, home and away, finding out what the crack is. I'm all over the city centre looking for interesting things and interesting people. You'd be surprised. I've been surprised. Some of you will be shocked at how many Newcastle fans there are from other areas, in particular international Newcastle United supporters. Personally, I think it's brilliant. The Newcastle brand is going to be spreading. It's already worldwide, but it's going to become more and more. One of those fans that I've met on my travels is a guy called Matt from Boston, Massachusetts in the United States. And it's fair to say he's absolutely bonkers about Newcastle United. This video, we're going to have a chat with him. It's coming up. Matt, big question on everybody's lips. Where do you get caps with the peaks at the back? I can't find them anywhere.
United States.
Okay. I'll head over there. Anyway, Matt, thanks for joining me on Tyneside Life. Fanatical Newcastle United fan. Before we get into that, who is Matt? You know, what's your heritage? Where exactly are you from? What do you do for a living? What's the story?
From Massachusetts, born and raised. My father's of Portuguese descent. My mother's mostly German. Right now I work for a software company. I work in the finance department. It's a French company. And so I try to get over here as much as I can.
So when you say Massachusetts, that's I think that's Boston area, is it?
I'm in a town called Dartmouth, which is south of Boston. It's about 50 minutes on a good day. But Boston is the capital.
What sort of city is Boston?
It's kind of like Newcastle. It's working class, seafood industry, shipbuilding and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same.
What sort of sports are there out there? What's the favourite sports or the most popular sports? And what sort of sport do you like watching in Boston?
I grew up mostly watching baseball, so Boston Red Sox, which is the stadium's right in the city center. It's kind of like Newcastle, but recent Patriots, New England Patriots, the football team. Tom Brady. You got to know who Tom Brady is.
Never heard of him. Born and raised in Boston. At what point did the unusual event happen of you becoming hooked and fascinated by Newcastle and Newcastle United?
I had a friend back home who, for whatever reason, was a Newcastle United supporter. I think it was his mom's side of the family. The lineage came back to Newcastle, so Geordie, something along the lines. And I remember he had posters of Alan Shearer and Les Ferdinand in his room. And, we used to hang out there, and we call it soccer. It's like, Newcastle's my team, and I'd never heard of it. But I remember the posters, and I just started watching the games with him. This was 96 or 97, and then it just escalated from there. Maybe about a year later, I found a pub in Boston that showed Premier League games. So I started going there. It's called the Banshee. It's in Dorchester, which is just south of Boston. Started going there and just meeting up with fellow Newcastle supporters. I went to watch Newcastle play DC United. This was back in, I think it was 2000. So I met a guy there he's from Newcastle. There was a pre-match party day before the match at a bar, and it was just like a gathering for like Toon Army USA. We just started talking. We became friends, and he said to me, if you ever want to come to Newcastle, you can stay with me and my family. And I said, okay, thanks. We exchanged email addresses. The first time I came over was 2001.
And how often do you get across now to see football matches?
This is my third time this year, so I've lost track. I think this is my 11th time total. There was a stretch where I didn't come for a few years because I had work commitments and things like that, but this third time this year.
If you'd like to see more videos like this and be notified the moment I release the next one, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So Matt, not blowing my own trumpet, but I'm widely regarded as the 12th best Newcastle United YouTube channel. How did you latch onto my particular channel and become obsessed with it?
I think it was a YouTube suggestion, because I'm always looking up Newcastle United on YouTube, but I'm always looking also for like drone footage of the city center and the outskirts, and so it suggested Tyneside Life, and it's probably like a year ago.
Now I've spent a little bit of time with you, Matt, during this particular stay, and your knowledge of the area is just phenomenal. I mean, you know more about this area than most people I know.
It's embarrassing.
You're absolutely fascinated, in love with this, not just Newcastle United, but the whole Tyneside area.
Absolutely love it. I love it. Yep.
What is it that you love?
It's just it's awesome. I can't describe it. I always want to come here, always. Yeah.
And how about nightlife? I know you like coming out for a drink in Newcastle. and having a couple of sherbets. How does it compare? What sort of cultural differences are there between Newcastle and Boston?
It's way more crazy here. You can't get away with things that you can here. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's more tolerable, I guess, is the thing. In like a Friday night and a Saturday night in Newcastle is not the same as a Friday or Saturday night.
What do you mean? What sort of things are more tolerable?
Being drunk and disorderly, singing and just yelling and screaming.
So there's a lot more tolerance for people just being drunk.
Yeah, I mean, no one's doing anything bad. It's just in America, if people are yelling and screaming, you kind of get some looks. Yep.
And what about the dress code? Do you dress differently to Boston to here?
I'm American. I'm t-shirt and jeans, t-shirt and shorts. Over here, everyone dresses up. Go to the match to Fred Perry's and Stone Island and CP Company and jerseys. It's Newcastle jerseys, but most of the people are dressed up, collared shirts and sweaters. In America, no. Okay. If you go to a Patriots football game, no one's dressing up.
So Matt, you've been around a bit, sampling the pubs and the clubs and the nightlife. Which is your favourite pub?
Not just my favourite pub in Newcastle, but if any I've ever been to is the Strawberry. I always go there.
What particularly draws you to the Strawberry?
It's right across from the stadium. Great people. Match day is fantastic.
So let's have a little test of your Geordie lingo. So do you know any Geordie phrases?
Yeah.
Go on.
Why I man?
Why I man? That was American.
Why I man?
Any more?
Yarit? Yarit pet?
Good. How about I'm going to war last the night?
Going out with my girlfriend tonight.
You say it in Geordie.
Going out with war last night.
I'm going to war last the night.
Gone out with war last night.
Not bad at all. You've passed the test. You're now an honorary Geordie, Matt. And you love the area so much. You've got some tattoos as well.
I do.
Can you describe them and where you got them?
So I've got the Newcastle crest, the club crest here. All the Newcastle tattoos I've got at home, except for the one here. So I've got the Newcastle crest here, the coat of arms here. I've got the Angel of the North on my back, and I've got Obafemi Martins here.
What's the crack with Obafemi Martins?
Just obsessed with him years ago. I was in 2006, I think. Yeah. I loved him as a player, but.
And how would you describe the Newcastle fan base generally?
Passion. Best. The best. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's next for you, Matt? Is find yourself a Geordie girlfriend, settle down, get married and have some Geordie babies?
Geordie, all three, yep. So yeah, but I'm going back tomorrow. It's tough. I hate going back. I have to go back, but it's always tough.
Oh, Matt, it's been an absolute pleasure. First of all, meeting you and talking to you. You're an absolutely fascinating guy.
Thanks.
And it's just I love just meeting fans from other parts of the world, and you epitomise what this club's all about, and you're an absolute credit to Boston and where you're from, and it's been a pleasure meeting you, Matt.
Thank you. And Sam Fender, if you're watching, hope you get to Boston soon.
So that's it, guys, for another video. How awesome is Matt? And if anybody knows the website in the United States where I can get one of those caps with the peaks at the back, let us know in the comments below. Anyway, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification every time I release a new video. Anyway, until next time, catch you later.